Hello children, welcome you all once again to my YouTube channel. Today we shall read another poem from your English textbook, Honeycomb. And the title of the poem is Dad and the Cat and the Tree. In the title we have the conjunction and repeated twice. We have three nouns: dad, cat, and tree. Now let's see. Have you ever seen a cat climbing a tree? Of course, we have seen it. Or if you might not have seen it, you will just see it now in the picture at least. Sometimes a cat may climb too high and get stuck in the tree. The poor thing can't come down without help. How would you help it? Surely not like that in the poem. Is that a good climber? What were his plans? Read the poem to find out. Okay. Now let's read the poem. This morning a cat got stuck in our tree. Dad said, "Right, just leave it to me." The tree was wobbly, the tree was tall. Mom said, "For goodness sake, don't fall." "Fall," scoffed Dad. "A climber like me. Child's play, this is. You wait and see." He got out the ladder from the garden seat. It slipped. He landed in the flower bed. "Never mind," said Dad, brushing the dirt off his hair and his face and his trousers and his shirt. "We will try plan B. Stand out of the way." Mom said, "Don't fall again, okay?" "Fall again," said Dad. "Funny joke." Then he swung himself out on a branch. It broke. Dad landed well out back on the deck. Mom said, "Stop it, you will break your neck." "Rubbish," said Dad. "I will try plan C. Easy as winking to a climber like me." Then he climbed up high on the garden wall. Guess what? He didn't fall. He gave a great leap and he landed flat in the crook of the tree trunk, right on the cat. The cat gave a yell and sprang to the ground, pleased as punch to be safe and sound. So it's smiling and smirking, smug as can be, but poor old Dad's still stuck off the tree. It's written by Kit Wright. So this is a very funny poem. As you can see, there's a picture. The dad falling on the flower bed with the ladder on upon his shoulders. The poet described a funny incident in this poem, and the incident relates to the dad and the cat and the tree. The story is about a cat which climbed very high on a tree and got stuck there. And the dad in the family took the responsibility to help the cat come down. But Mom warned Dad not to get hurt, but he repeatedly assured her that it was quite an easy job for him. In the first attempt, the dad took the help of a ladder, but the ladder slipped and he fell on the flower bed. So the plan A failed. However, he did not lose courage and attempted again. This time, again the branch on which Dad hung broke down and he was on the ground for the second time. So plan B failed. Even after repeated warnings from mom, Dad made a third attempt because he thought himself to be an adept climber. He climbed on the garden wall and leaped high onto the tree and landed on the crook of the trunk of the tree right on the kid. The scared cat sprang to the ground, but then Dad got stuck off the tree. As you can see in the picture, Dad is still stuck up on the tree. The cat has already gone down. Glossary: wobbly, meaning unsteady. For goodness sake, an exclamation expressing protest. Scooped, laughed mockingly. Child's play, very easy to do. Landed, well off. Fell heavily, pleased as punch. Very pleased. Safe and sound, unheard. Now walking with the poem. Why was Dad sure he wouldn't fall? Dad considered himself to be an adept climber. So he thought that it would be quite easy job for him to climb a tree. He called this work as easy as winking or a child's play. Number 2. Which phrase in the poem expresses Dad's self-confidence best? See the line, a climber like me, best expresses Dad's self-confidence. However, children can still find other lines which express Dad's self-confidence better in their own sense. Describe Plan A and its consequences. Plan A was to use a ladder to climb up the tree. It slipped and the plan failed. Plan C was a success. What went wrong then? Plan C was a success and the cat came down, but then Dad got stuck off the tree. Number 5. The cat was very happy to be on the ground. Pick out the phrase used to express this idea. The phrase, please as punch, shows the cat's happiness. Please as punch. Even punch, the word punch is written in capital letter. You can check it out in the poem. Describe the cat and Dad situation in the beginning and at the end of the poem. It's quite ironic. See, in the beginning, the cat was stuck up on the tree, and Dad was on the ground trying to help the cat. But in the end, the situation was exactly the opposite. The cat was saved, but Dad was still stuck up on the tree. Number 7. Why and when did Dad say each of the following? A. Fault. B. Never mind. Funny joke. Rubbish. Dad said fault when the first time Mother warned him to be careful while climbing the ladder. B. Dad said never mind right after his first fault. C. Dad said funny joke when Mom warned him for the second time to be careful lest he might fall. D. Dad said rubbish after he fell down from the branch. Number 8. Do you find the poem humorous? Read loud lines which make you laugh. The question is very subjective. If you find it humorous, you can say yes, the poem is humorous. The following lines can be noted for making us laugh. For example, he landed in the flower bed. that landed well aloft back on the deck, and he landed flat in the crook of the tree trunk right on the Kit. So it's smiling and smirking, but poor old little Dad still stuck off the tree.